Okay, so here's the tea. We are at Creekwood Farm RV Park in Waynesville, North Carolina. And I don't intend for this to be a typical kind of walk around video. So what you're going to see today is a view of some of the most essential things in this campground. I'll show you some of the goodies. I'll show you some sights, things like that. And you'll really get to benefit from the whole experience. So what we'll start with is we'll walk over here to Eagle Park. They're calling Eagle Park per that sign. And we'll go take a look at the actual creek. So they actually have sites here that back up to the creek, and you're able to really take it all in from your site. We did not get a back end site for the creek, but as you can see, there's a nice bridge here, and we can see where the creek starts running through. As we continue our way over the bridge, again, Eagle Park, we can see this comes to a nice little area for you to just kind of like sit out, have a picnic. It's got nice little sculptures there. And then you can walk through here and get back to the creek and see all of the wonderful views here. So I'm gonna try to take the path of least resistance to get down to that creek, and I'll be right back with you. All right, y'all, down to the creek, and it is simply breathtaking. It's about 47 degrees this morning. It is October 29th, and we're getting ready to leave. We've been here for about a week. We've mainly been inside of the RV because I've been working, but it is a beautiful view. And as you can see, we got the Pride RV Resort right next door. So that is the barrier between these two places. But if you stay at Pride Resort or here at Creekwood, I think you'll have about the same, view of the creek and things like that. And I'm glad that I got off of camera before I walked down here, because I would have fell and bust my boot. So, just want to give y'all a brief view of this creek. I mean, it runs quite a ways through this RV park. As I'm walking through the park area, you can see a glimpse of the sites that actually back right up to the creek. I'm gonna add a note in for which sites these are that actually back up to the creek. You can also see it on the map for this particular resort. But just want to let y'all take in that beauty. That is lovely. So if you're not staying at one of these sites that back up to the creek, you can walk down and take in the views here. There is a picnic bench right behind this tree. They got dog bags and everything over here. So really nice stuff. I'll catch y'all in the next clip. One thing you can see here is that the campground, most of the sites, if not all the sites, are actually back-end sites, and they do parallel parking on the street. So there's pluses and minuses to that. Obviously, it's very easy to park when you get back or leave or whatever, but it's also challenging sometimes when you've got big rigs pulling out and you need the space to actually get some swing. So just one thing I want to call out, maybe one knock to this resort, but not really a knock at all. We really enjoyed our time here. Okay, y'all. So I'm going to show you one of the Creekside sites, since one is actually open. Looks to be a smaller site, which is fine, but it is open so you can get a view from the sites. So what I'm looking at here is site number 67. It's full hookup site. Just want to zoom in on some of the hookups. So we've got the water here, we've got sewer there, And again, we're at site 67, and you can see the hookups there as well. So this will be the view out your back window. If you've got an RV that's got a back window, this will be fantastic because you can see the mountains in the back right alongside the creek bed and the creek there. So really nice. And as you turn around, you got some mountains out here as well. You got your picnic table over here. So even if you don't have that back window, you still have a great view of that creek in the back. So again, this is not intended to be a site-by-site walkthrough, but this is site 67. For reference, we've got 117 and 118 right across the way. Okay, again, y'all, this is not a site-by-site walkthrough, but I wanted to give you a view on some of the interior back-end sites. They look like pull-through sites, but they're actually two back ends that bump up against each other. So I'm looking at site, let's see, 121 here, and 120 over there. So 121 here, 120 over there, and you see that they back up against other rigs. So that's how the interior back end sites work. And then again, you got your creek sites. So the interior back end sites are right across from the creek sites. Okay, y'all, so we are now at the farm, which I'm guessing this is just kind of like a recreation area. They've got a couple rocking chairs outside, or more than a couple actually. Vending machines, things like that. They've got hey y'all outside. These are my people. I knew it. I knew it. So we can see information here about what's upcoming for the season. I have no idea if this door is going to be open, so I will give it a try. Okay, it is. So yes, this is a nice recreation center. What's cool is they've got some books here. They've got games, tables in here. Again, if you want to gather with friends, this seems like a great place to do it. Very, very nice. They've even got a piano there if anybody wants to try their luck at that. And then as we make our way back, this is actually where the laundry is. Let's see if I can get a light. There we go. So we've got a light there. We've got laundry. Please no pet laundry in the washers or dryers. Be kind to your friends. They've even got an ironing board, y'all. How crazy or innovative is that? So yeah, nice place to come and do some laundry. Looks like the washer is $3.50 for that big one, $2 for this smaller one, and then drying is $2. So, and there's just your details. Wash for $2 for 30 minutes, dry for $2 for 45 minutes. If you need more time, naturally, you can always put that in there. They do have a nice lost and found. I mean, I don't know how many of you all have had socks go missing, but this is pretty cool. So, as we get over here, this is the dog park. You got your waste bags and everything here. You got some seating inside in addition to the actual dog park area. So it looks like it's, I don't know, like a hay consistency or something like that. I think it'll make it easy for waste cleanup and everything. You got some of that same consistency right out here as well. So this is the Overflow Parking area, which is right next to the dog park. And this is used if you have multiple cars that you want to have at your site. As I shared in the previous clip, not the exact previous clip, but earlier in the video, you do have parallel parking at your site, which means you really can only park one car there. So if you have multiple cars or you have guests coming, you actually need to park over here in the overflow area. And it's not that far from the actual campground, But of note, if you got more than one car, you will have to park that in the overflow. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at Bear Park. Just for reference though, this is an example of some of the cabins that they have on site. Not sure what they look like on the interior, but they seem very nice from the outside. So as we walk over here to Bear Park, we're able to see a few different things that I'll point out for you. Again, this is someone's private area, so you want to walk a little bit further, which is where the park itself actually starts. And it's some really great little features over here as well. You got your bathhouse here. I'm gonna go in and see if anyone is in the women's restroom. If there's no one in there, I'll give you a view of that. We have a little pavilion here, which is really nice if you're gathering a group and all of you want to kind of hang out in one place. Maybe you don't want to just get together at one person's site. You can take a look at setting up in this pavilion here. So that's pretty nice. It looks like they have a space for a projector. They've got ceiling fans in here, TV mounts, things like that. Got some rocking chairs and tables. So really nice. Got some electrical outlets here, so that's really cool. There is also a couple of little decks here. So we'll walk out onto each and kind of give you an overview of what that looks like. Again, this is here at Bear Park inside of the RV park. So you've got some seating here, so you can kind of sit off to the side. You can also sit in the little bench here. And again, you have a perfect view of the creek from this deck. You can see the rest of the campground there. Some people have really easy access to this, whether they have a creek back in site or not. And by the way, there are some sites that do have concrete patios as well, so that's worthwhile to consider. We've got a nice deck with some rocking chairs here. I love a good rocking chair, and what will make it even better is sitting out and watching the creek roll by as you're enjoying your time in the rocking chair. Maybe with a cup of coffee, maybe even with a glass of wine in the evening. There's a lot of possibilities there. So nice open area here. I think that there's, you could set up games and do all sorts of things in this area as well. And then we've got a little community fire pit here. Someone wants to bring out some wood and start up a fire. There's plenty of seating for friends to gather. So again, if you feel cramped at your own site, you do have the opportunity to come out here and actually use the fire pit there. So that's Bear Park. I'm gonna go ahead again and check in the women's restroom right over here. Make sure that there's no one in, and if there isn't, I'll give you all a tour. See you in the next clip. Okay, so this is the front entrance at Creekwood Farm RV Park. You can see the signage here. This is easy to see from the road. One thing I will tell you, as we came into this park, you come up on this road here, and for whatever reason, we were coming in going that way, and instead of them having us turn in here, they actually wanted us to turn down and make a U-turn at some point farther down the road. I wouldn't recommend that. That's very weird. I mean, we tow a 36-foot fifth wheel, so that was less than ideal in terms of entering when you could just turn in here. So what I will say is, from the road, keep an eye out for this Creekwood Farm RV Park sign. After you get off of Highway 40, it's not that far down the road on your left-hand side. So just keep that in mind as you're driving in, because that is definitely a very interesting suggestion. They actually want us to go about 5 miles down the road and make a U-turn. I ended up turning into a gas station and turning off from there, but yeah. So this is the place where the magic happens and you check in. So I think that they keep like after hours stuff here. They got some nice decorations out. We are here right before Halloween, so you can see they've got some information here about the Spooktacular week, which is cool. They do accept packages here. Those are all dropped off there. And yeah, you can see standard campground amenity type stuff. So I'm not going to go in and disturb the people that are working, but I do want to just let you know kind of like how that all flows. As you arrive at the campground, you actually just pull up to this stop sign to complete your registration. Really simple, easy process. And then you actually have somebody that guides you into your site, which is pretty great because some of these sites are a little bit tight, so they will help you get backed in. And as a back-end novice, it was very appreciative. I was very appreciative rather of the help. So I think that's going to do it for Creekwood Farm RV Park. We have enjoyed our stay. We will definitely be keeping this on the list to come back to. It is October. It does get pretty chilly in the morning. When I started recording this video, it was actually 47 degrees outside. So that's one thing to note. If you're coming in like October-ish, please make sure you bring some warmer clothes. I am still in flip-flop season in my mind, so I haven't quite adjusted to that. We're actually going further out to the coast of the Carolinas, so it'll be warmer where we are. But yeah, so that's it for Creekwood Farm RV Park. I would say this is a great place to stay. If you're looking for an overnight, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it because it does take a little bit to get in here and get settled. And again, all the sites are back ends. I'm definitely not a big fan of the back end for an overnight stay. But yeah, really have enjoyed our stay here at Creekwood Farm RV Park.